Hi there, I'm Heidi Nord, and thank you so much for coming to the sound juggling video. We are going to process some sounds. Because we're going to do that, the letters, I don't want you to worry about those. So just block those out and think about processing the sounds. And what I want you to do is I want you to see the sounds with your vision, your eyes. I want you to hear the sounds with your ears. And I want you to touch the sounds with your hand. So you're going to imagine there are sounds in the air. And I also want you to say the sounds out loud. And when you do that, it will help make reading easier. And you just need to trust me on that one. So here is the sound eh, like a neck, There's eh. What if I add g? Now you have egg. Egg. Here is I. And with I, I want you to add ul. Now we have I, ul, ill. Here is ba. What happens if I add ah to the beginning? Now you have ah, b, ob. Here is like in net again. With what if I add j? Now you have j, edge. Here is ch. With ch, what happens if I add I to the beginning? Now you have itch, itch. So the I and the sound the same, or really, really similar. Not the same, but I want you to really try to hear the difference between those two sounds. Everyone say I, and now say I, Okay, let's do the next one. This is ah, ah. So with ah, what if I put ah, off? Here is p, 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 p. If I have a p at the end, what happens if I put an a at the beginning? Now you have a, p, ape. Here is p, p, p again. What happens if I add ah? Now you have ah, p, op. Here is ah. In ah, what happens if I add d? Now you have ah, d, odd. Here is s. What happens if I add a? Now you have s, us. Here is e, e. So what happens with e if I add b? Now you have e, b, ebe. Here is a. With a, what if I add d? Now you have a, d, add. Here is ooh, as in ooh, fun. So with ooh, what if I add v? You would have ooh, v, oov. Here is So you can touch the tip of your tongue and then put it behind your teeth and make the sound. What happens if I add ah? Now you have ah, on. Here is what happens if I add ah to the beginning? Now you have ah, off. Here is ooh. With ooh, what happens if I add b? Now you have oob, oob. Here is e, e. What happens if I add er? Now you have ear. This one is b. So if this is a b here, what if I add I? You have ib, ib. This is d. What if I add a? Now you have add. Here is ah. What happens if I add j? Now you have aj. Here is t. What happens if I add e? Now you have eat. Here is zh. What happens in zh if I add e? Now you have zh. And this is the zh like in the word vision. Here's the next one. Here is s. So what happens with s if I add I to the beginning? Now you have ice. Here is I. What happens if I add k? Now you have ick. Here is What happens if I add p? Now you have up. Here is n. So it's the tip of your tongue. Put it behind your teeth. N. What happens if I add I right here? Now you have in. Thank you so much for coming to the sound juggling lesson. I hope you have a great day. Bye.